Big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode.
This is gonna be so good. I hope you're ready for this because we're gonna make something amazing. I know you already seen the thumbnail, I already know you've seen the title, but this is what I look forward to. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this recipe and I hope you're gonna give it a try because this is the way I like it. Let's get started. I got something beautiful. Look at this. This is a tri-tip, but not just any tri-tip. This is Wagyu tri-tip. This stuff is insane. It has a lot of intramuscular fat. Now you don't have to get the Wagyu. You can also get like an Aberdeen Angus or Black Angus, but it has a good amount of intramuscular fat, like this. Look at that. All that intramuscular fat. And here as well. That's all gonna be juiciness and flavor. The thing about these tri-tips is that there's no fat cap on top of them. So I wouldn't cook them as a picanha because normally I love these as a picanha. Cooked as a picanha, just as a steak, because with this quality of meat, you can make them into something better than picanha. But now, they don't have the fat cap. So what I wanna do is turn them into pulled beef. This is my secret ingredient. I took a can of chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. I put them in my blender and added some olive oil to it. And then I let the blender do its job until we had a smooth paste. Almost like if we had a chipotle mayonnaise. And this stuff is super hot and super tasty. But the cool thing about chipotle peppers, they have that, sometimes I have instant regret moments. This is one of them. This is not too hot, but it's gonna affect my voice. But the funny thing is, like, the chipotle peppers have that smoky flavor to them. And that's what makes this so exciting. And that's why it tastes so good with tacos and the taco meat style. So we're gonna use this to rub onto our tri-tip, and this is going to add a layer of flavor. Just make sure you rub it in real good on both sides. Look at that. That tri-tip's starting to look amazing already. Now of course we also need to season it, so I'm going to sprinkle it with some salt. And don't be scared, there's a lot of meat here, so we can put plenty of salt on. This is fleur de sel, which is a light sea salt, often used as a finishing salt. And I also want some ground black pepper on it, just to build up that crust and add to the spiciness. If you put pepper on meat that you're gonna smoke for a long time, it's going to help develop a crust, because the pepper is basically gonna soak up all of that moisture and it's gonna sit on top of the meat. And the hot air is going to come in, dry it out, and it's just going to attract more of that moisture from the meat. Soak it up, give it away to the air. Soak it up, give it away to the air. And that's building up flavors and flavors and layers until you have that beautiful crust. I'm going to flip these around and do the same on the other side. Salt and pepper. Our tri-tips are ready to be smoked, so we're going to fire up our Bernhard smoker. And what I want is I want that meat to be juicy and tender, but I also want to cook it for a long time, and then it's really easy to use this barbecue. First step is adding some hardwood pellets. And I hope this is going to be enough. I'm guessing this is enough, but there's always like this little hint where it might not be enough, so I'm going to check halfway. But you would rather have less pellets in your barbecue sitting when you're done than having too much pellet, because like we live in the Netherlands, it gets very moist and you don't want moist pellets in your barbecue. That's why I rather have a little less, having to add a little more during the cook, than adding too much and having the pellets get moist and get sticky, fall apart, get white smoke, stuff like that. All the bad stuff you really don't want. Now I'm going to turn it on, just to flip up the switch, turn the button, and now I'm gonna run it at a high temperature, which is 160 degrees Celsius. And you might think, whoa, that's not smoking temperatures. Don't worry about it. This is our beautiful tri-tip with a lot of intramuscular fat. We need to melt that. We need to get it like super, super tender. So what we're going to do is get the hot, dry air up to build the crust first, and then later on, I'll show you what's going to happen later on. Let's get these things in first. There we go, first one in. Look at these beauties. And the last one. Of course I need to get my thermometer in to make sure that we get the right core temperature. And I'm sticking it in at the thickest point, which is all the way in the back, because this is going to take the longest to cook. Now close the lid and let it smoke. They're done, our beautiful tri-tips. And I cooked them all the way to 97 degrees Celsius. Look at that. Beautiful bark on the outside. We got a nice dark crust. That's all flavor. We got that red, we got that fat on top that melted. Beautiful. We're gonna give these a quick rest so they can relax and release all of the juices. Let it freely flow internally, and then we're gonna make something special. And that's why we're gonna need our pizza oven. I already fired up the pellets to go in the pizza oven because it's a pellet pizza oven. It's the Bernhard Nero, and now it's smoking. But when this thing lights up, it releases hellfire inside this little machine. And that's how our pizza oven works. Don't inhale the smoke too much, it just gives you a little sore throat. But now, look, the chimney starts to smoke. The heat from the pellets is giving like a high velocity airflow up that chimney, and once it ignites, it goes like boom, and you get all of that heat. Flames are shooting on the top of the ceiling of our pizza oven, and it's gonna be super hot. And we're gonna use that heat to grill some tortillas. Now I'm gonna put my cast iron pan in, and be careful with your hands, because this thing absolutely shoots flames. Once the pan is hot, I'm going to use some leftover beef fat that I've got stored here. This is leftover beef fat from another cook, and we're going to use that to fry our tortillas in. And I got some beautiful corn tortillas that we're going to use. So once the pan's hot, we can get started. Now we're waiting anyway, we might as well slice into our tri-tip. They've been rested well enough. So now we need to figure out where the grains run, because we want to cut it against the grain. Once I do like this, and it's almost pulled beef, just look at it. I can shred this apart. I don't want to, but I could. But you can see the lines running in this direction. So we got to cut against the grain. Whoa, look at how juicy that is. This is definitely better than brisket. It's so juicy and tender. It doesn't fall apart, but it's got like a little pull. And the adobo on the outside is still a little bit sharp, but it's not too much. Because the amount of meat that you have, it's the perfect ratio. And with the salt and the pepper, it makes it absolutely delicious. Oh. And now that your mouth is watering with all those juices, this might be the greatest opportunity you're gonna have to never miss out on it again. Just make sure you hit the bell down below. Subscribe, hit the bell, and we can continue with the juiciness running on this plate. Now if you really want to, you can cook this even further, and then you can shred it up like this. Turn it into pulled beef. Just in these little strings, and that's more like the barbacoa style of things. So you can go either way. With a good tri-tip, it doesn't really matter. Pulled beef, brisket, barbacoa, whatever you like, whatever your style of flavor is, you can make it happen. Cast iron pan is now hot, so I'm going to take it out of that beautiful pizza oven. Look at that, there we go. I'm going to take some of that beef fat, put it in our pan, put a tortilla leaf in, and let that fry. When you're using your pizza oven to do this, it's always playing around a little bit with the heat that's in the pizza oven, so you gotta put it in, take it out, flip it around maybe a little bit, because the heat's like really from top to bottom, radiation heat, so it's gonna differ. That's why we're using cast iron, and the cast iron just retains that heat and allows you to fry up your tortilla. Look at this beautiful tortilla leaf, all fried up, ready to go. ready for our beef. Let's put on some of that shredded beef. There we go. A little bit of diced onion, a little bit of cilantro, and there you have it. A beautiful, delicious tri-tip taco.
All right,
All right, what?
taco time, right?
Yes.
You already made one. That's what he always does.
Dude, I'm just like,
Come on.
this is like one.
This is a cooking show on YouTube, and you splitting this taco?
You gonna complain about my food?
No, we're just gonna eat.
Seriously?
We're just gonna eat.
Dude.
But after the camera goes off, I'm gonna eat more.
Hashtag Morrison, stop complaining about my food.
Hashtag feed the cameraman.
No,
Remember that
hashtag don't
hashtag?
feed Morrison anymore.
Okay.
You can't like...
No, just get it over with. I wanna eat. Cheers. Cheers. That's some good tri-tip.
I really would try that. But it's like one little bite. We gotta try this.
I'm gonna take a slice.
You gotta try
Oh,
it.
you
It's
already
so,
had it.
Yeah, but it's so good. But you get why this is my favorite taco meat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can shred it, you can smoke it.
Yeah. So what is adobo?
It's the sauce.
What
It's the
is
red
it?
sauce. It's like meatballs in tomato sauce. Chipotle peppers in adobo sauce.
Yeah, but what is adobo sauce?
It's the sauce.
It's from tomato.
It's from adobo.
What is adobo?
Okay, Google. What is adobo?
Om de smaak te behouden en te versterken.
It's
See?
MSG.
I told you.
It's MSG.
It's just goodness.
It's MSG.
Now you tell me you remembered what she said.
Yeah.
All right.
Garlic, paprika,
Yeah?
herbs.
No,
No,
there was
herbs.
like a whole list. There's like a million things.
Yeah. In general, herbs.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're not getting away with that. You don't know.
I'm gonna feed the dog.
I'm
Just
gonna feed
another
the dog.
subject.
No,
No.
she's my
Take
girlfriend.
mine. No.
No, take
No,
mine.
take mine.
Mine.
Take mine.
No,
Take
no,
mine.
no, take mine.
Take mine.
Eva.
Yes.
See? She
No,
took
okay.
mine.
You just put it in her mouth, man. That's, man.
Now you better like this video because that will mean that Morrison has to behave a little bit better next time. You're like getting a little bit juvenile with me.
Now you
I'm
want
gonna
one?
call you mama. I'm
Why?
gonna let her know how you behave. This is not
She
the way it's
watches
going down.
every episode.
Nah, dude, seriously.
No,
She
that's
doesn't
true.
watch. No.
I will call her.
Okay, Morrison's mama, please tell him when he comes by on Sunday for coffee, please tell him to behave a
Nee,
little
no,
bit
wait,
better.
we're gonna do it in the episode.
Hoi.
Hoi. Kijk jij elke aflevering van Pitmaster?
Niet altijd helemaal.
Maar,
Ja, ik kijk alle afleveringen.
zie je? Oké,
No,
dankjewel.
You bribed her. This is like
No,
a setup.
no, dankjewel.
Doei, dank je. This is like a setup. It's not real. That's not your mama. Okay, all right, you win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and thank you for giving us a big thumbs up. Big thank you to our patrons and the YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on grilling.